One wrong sentence during a traffic stop and you surrender your rights. You hand the officer the keys to search your car, seize your firearm, and build a case against you. Right now, lawful owners are being arrested after routine stops not because they are criminals, but because they spoke without thinking. Today, I will give you the 4 exact phrases that force an officer either to let you go or to prove on camera that he has legal grounds to keep you. By the end of this talk, you will know what to say, what never to say, and how to drive away free instead of riding away in cuffs. Last year, more than 400 permit holders lost their carry rights after stops went sideways. Courts ruled against them because they failed to use the specific legal words the Constitution requires. This happens every day to people just like you. Phrase 1. Am I free to leave? Police contacts come in 3 flavors: voluntary chat, investigative detention, or arrest. Most people never learn which one they are in, and that confusion costs them everything. Officers are trained to keep the situation vague. The longer you stay, the more evidence they collect. Picture it. You are heading home, firearm locked in the glove box. The officer stops you for a broken taillight, writes the citation, hands back your license, then casually asks, "So, where are you headed tonight?" The moment the ticket is in your hand, his authority to detain you is over. Rodriguez v. United States, 2015. He cannot extend the stop even 5 minutes. When he starts the small talk, you are in a voluntary encounter. That is when you ask, "Officer, am I free to leave?" If he says yes, leave. Do not explain. Do not show him your firearm. Do not answer another question. Say, "Thank you," and go. If he says no, you are being detained. Now, he must have reasonable suspicion, articulable facts, not a hunch that you are committing, have committed, or are about to commit a crime. Officers dislike the question because their body cam records the answer. They must either release you or admit detention, which they must later justify in court. The phrase works at any point, 10 seconds or 10 minutes into the stop. Wrong way. Officer, you're all set. That a gun case in back? Driver, yes sir, just came from the range. The officer now has you talking. Every answer becomes evidence. Right way. Officer, you're all set. Where you headed? Driver, am I free to leave or am I being detained? If free, you go. If detained, he must state facts. Either way, your rights are protected. Know your state, duty to inform, rules. But remember, even after the stop ends, you control whether the conversation continues by asking, "Am I free to leave?" Phrase 2. I plead the 5th. Staying quiet is not enough. In Salinas v. Texas, 2013, the Supreme Court held that your silence can be used against you unless you verbally invoke the 5th Amendment. Salinas answered questions for an hour, then clammed up when asked if his shotgun shells would match those at a murder scene. Prosecutors told the jury his silence showed guilt. The court said the silence was admissible because he never uttered the magic words. You must say out loud either "I plead the 5th" or "I invoke my right to remain silent." Once you do, your silence is off limits to the prosecution. Scenario: Officer, planning to use that gun tonight? Driver, nervous, quiet. Report: Driver became evasive when questioned about the firearm. Common guilty behavior. Correct response: Officer, why carry in this neighborhood? Driver, Officer, I plead the 5th. I will not answer questions without counsel. The officer may bluff. Only guilty people lawyer up. Ignore it. Repeat the phrase. You have announced a constitutional right on camera. Your silence cannot be used later. Once you invoke, stop talking completely. Any further answer waives the privilege. Phrase 3. I want a lawyer. This ends interrogation if you are unambiguous. Vague lines such as, "Maybe I should get a lawyer," or "Do I need an attorney?" Let officers keep digging. Say, "I want a lawyer," or "I am not speaking without my attorney." That is unmistakable. Real case: Texas driver admits friends may have smoked marijuana in his car. Arrest, charge, permit suspended, guns gone because he answered one question instead of saying, "I want a lawyer." After you invoke, the officer may threaten a K-9, hours of delay, or only guilty people lawyer up. Let him talk. Repeat, I asked for counsel. I have nothing further. Now he needs independent probable cause. You have given him nothing. Phrase 4. I do not consent to searches. Consent cures all. Even an illegal search becomes legal if you agree. If you refuse and they search without probable cause, the evidence can be thrown out. The trap. You don't have anything illegal, right? Mind if I look? Say yes and he claims you consented. Say no and he swears you said you don't mind, which is consent. Only the answer, "Officer, I do not consent to any searches." He may snarl, "What are you hiding?" Stay calm. I am not giving consent. If you believe you have probable cause, do what you feel necessary, but I do not authorize a search. Refusal does not create probable cause. He still needs specific facts, smell of drugs, visible contraband, warrant, etc. When he threatens a dog, remember Rodriguez, he cannot prolong the stop to wait for the dog unless he already has reasonable suspicion of crime beyond the traffic violation. Ask again, "Am I free to leave?" If the stop task is finished, he must let you go or risk losing the entire case. Traffic stop protocol when armed. 1. Pull over promptly, dome light on, engine off, windows down 2 inches, doors locked. 2. Hands on wheel at 10 and 2. 3. Announce every motion. License is in back pocket, registration in glove box. May I reach? 4. Distinguish requests from orders. If told, "Step out," ask, "Is that an order?" If yes, comply but state, "I am complying under protest and will keep my hands visible." Never argue case law on the roadside. Give just one more answer after invoking rights. Physically resist. If they search after your refusal, repeat clearly, "I do not consent," so the camera captures it. Bottom line, you lose your rights by failing to use the exact words the courts require. Memorize these 4 lines until they come out under stress. Am I free to leave? I plead the 5th. I want a lawyer. I do not consent to searches. Practice them aloud now. When the lights flash and your pulse spikes, automatic language is all you have left. Stay respectful, stay silent, and let counsel fight the case in court, where it actually matters. Extended examples and mindset. 1. The friendly trap. Officer finishes the ticket, then leans in. "You look nervous. Everything okay?" Most drivers feel obligated to explain. Instead, smile and ask, "Am I free to leave?" If he says, "I just need a minute," repeat the question. Each refusal to answer is recorded. Each extra minute he keeps you is potential evidence he violated Rodriguez. 2. The shotgun shell scenario. You are legally transporting an unloaded shotgun in the trunk. Officer, those shells in your trunk. Planning to shoot someone? Your heart jumps. You picture headlines. Say immediately, "I plead the 5th. I want a lawyer." Nothing else. He may keep talking. Let him. Every question he asks after your invocation is poison to his own case. 3. The consent pressure cooker. Officer, if you've got nothing to hide, open the trunk and we can both go home. Reply, "Officer, I do not consent to any searches. Am I free to leave?" He threatens the dog. You repeat the 2 questions. If the dog is not already on scene and the stop's purpose is complete, he must release you or risk suppression of everything found. 4. The step-out order. He orders you out. Ask, "Is that a command?" He says yes. Step out slowly, hands visible, and state, "I am complying under protest and I do not consent to searches." Now the camera captures that your exit was coerced, preserving your 4th Amendment challenge. 5. The post-search loop. He searches anyway. Finds your locked pistol case. Keep repeating, "I do not consent," each time he opens a compartment. Your lawyer will splice that audio into a motion to suppress. Silence at that moment would weaken the motion. Rehearsal drill. Tonight, stand in front of a mirror, wallet in pocket, keys in hand. Speak out loud. Lights flash. You, window 2 inches, dome on, keys on dash, hands on wheel. Officer, license and registration. You, my license is in my wallet in my right back pocket. Registration is in the glove box. May I reach? He nods. You move slowly. Officer, where are you coming from? You, officer, am I free to leave? If he says no, you, I plead the 5th. I want a lawyer. I do not consent to searches. Then you lock your jaw. No jokes, no explanations, no, "But I'm a good guy." Just silence or repetition of the 4 lines. Do the drill 3 times. Muscle memory will take over when adrenaline hits. Parting shot. Roadside convictions are built 1 word at a time. Give the officer nothing but the 4 phrases, and you give your lawyer everything he needs to win. Memorize them, rehearse them, and carry with confidence. Make sure you subscribe to Weapons Law Advisor, and don't forget to like and comment on the video to help us reach our amazing milestone of 10,000 subscribers. Every single subscriber matters. Your support is what makes this journey possible.